Really, things are changing in ENT and each specialty has its own. So I practice at two places. This is my own hospital at Indore, MP, and this is Islo Hospital in Mumbai, where I go every week to operate. Now, rhinoplasty in India in late 80s, I am a product of M. Delhi, and there was it's all. I appreciate with all the these, all the standing positions. So it was done by only few plastic surgeons. It was not very popular, and all those who are talking about cosmetic.
If it is not too much of a trouble for all of you, please be seated and grant our grand listening to our orator. Please, it's a request from the committee. Could you please? Thank you very much. Thank you.
So anybody who was talking about cosmetic or rhinoplasty, they thought it's only for the rich and the spoiled ones, and people are busy in treating tuberculosis and all infectious diseases and trauma. So for ENT surgeons, they were concerned, they were not qualified, and they were doing only SMR operations, some optimal results. And Dr. D.P. Sood was the first one who popularized rhinoplasty amongst the ENT surgeons. So early years of rhinoplasty in late 80s, all rhinoplasty were done by close approach, and it was very tough to learn rhinoplasty because you are not seeing anything, and all the what you believe what the surgeon says and you don't know what is happening. And learning rhinoplasty, and this time I started doing external rhinoplasty, and I presented my work in a plastic surgery conference, and I was severely criticized that external rhinoplasty is not for India. So this is the first publication of external rhinoplasty from Indian subcontinent. But a lot of water has flown in Godavari ever since then, and we are now at a different place. Today I will talk to you about four aspects of rhinoplasty which have seen tremendous change. Is about dorsal structuring, mesothelioplasty in modern practice, pediatric rhinoplasty, and revision rhinoplasty. Now there are many things which have been taught and we were teaching, and some of them we realized which are responsible for not so good result of all this old septoplasty or SMR operation. And this is one of the pictures which we were teaching to our students, and I think it is a fundamentally wrong teaching, and it should not be practiced. In modern septoplasty we can get to the result. What we see on the table we will see in the future. And these are multiple type of confusing osteotomies, and we no longer do any intermediate osteotomies, and so these things have changed. Rhinoplasty approaches have evolved over time. Today's patient is very demanding. Today the patient is paying to the nose and he wants a good nose job. So the current flavor of rhinoplasty is the dorsal preservation rhinoplasty. Conventional surgical techniques, we remove a large bony hump and cartilaginous hump, and then we do osteotomies, put expander grafts and things. But people have been thinking how to improvise the results, giving the more natural aesthetic dorsum. And in the preservation rhinoplasty, bone and cartilages are removed underneath the dorsum, and the dorsum remains as well. I'll show you some of the slides. Like this case with a large, this is another demonstration technique, and you see. So instead of removing the large hump, what we are doing is that we are taking out a strip of cartilage from under the hump, and this will be a very different concept, that you are not excising but you are pushing the hump down. So we do a and we remove a subdorsal strip, and we do transverse osteotomy with the piezotomy, which is a very precision instrument, and the lateral osteotomy. There are two types, let down and push down. So if the hump is large, then we have to do an osteotomy. So this is the subdorsal excision, this is osteotomy, and This is the part that the hump is large, you remove the osteotomy, but we are not removing anything but the dorsum. So dorsum is present. So these are the see out. Nothing has been done on dorsum. The hump was pushed back and it was limited. And see out these kind of a natural leaders. Today's world, we want to go as close to the possible to natural than with any kind of impression that he has been operated around. And see how this hump has been pushed back. And now new concept of beauty are coming up. People are talking about dorsal aesthetic line. People are talking about supratic break. People are talking about tip diamond. This was not heard in the past. Past was just you were better off than before. No. Today we are going to on final aspect, going to all these things. This is the dorsal dilation technique. You can see how nice dorsal aesthetic lines. And in the profile in the hump has gone down and it looks as if you are born with this kind of beautiful nose in this picture. And the basin. Another patient tried long way from Kenya and you can see how natural. And what is the demand for rhinoplasty? Because during COVID period, she was giving a Zoom call, she was a market executive, and many of the customers were looking at her nose and made some comments. So they decided to go on for the nose job, and this way she will have a natural looking nose. This is in the profile. Now we are moving, this world is moved out from, we are going towards moon and things. So we are changing from rhinoplasty to rhino sculpturing. Over the past 30 years, the trend has shifted away from ablative procedures to conservative techniques. Instead of resection, reshaping by piezo or power instruments, complete mobilization of dorsum, and putting lateral transfer osteotomies and reshaping dorsal dilation principle. So this is a picture you must be seeing in this. There is a paradigm shift in the philosophy of rhinoplasty. So previously we were doing multiple osteotomies to in a crooked nose to push it down. So now we are not doing it out. We are doing an osteotomy on the larger size so that and then we push it on the other side. This is a whole change in the concept of the philosophy of treatment of crooked noses. So today, what happens that we will do all the osteotomies and after seeing a few years and realize that again we start seeing a deviation from the dorsum. So this is gentleman from London and you can see how